The call to prayer at a mosque in Bonnyrigg in outer Western Sydney, a gathering place for the Turkish community. Multicultural Affairs Minister Kate Lundy was here during the election campaign, announcing a $130,000 grant to the local Turkish Islamic Association. Bonnyrigg's in the safe Labor seat of Fowler, but it's not as safe as it used to be, with a big swing away from the ALP at the last election.
We never take any political allegiance from any group for granted. We have to work for that loyalty.
Here in Auburn, in marginal seat territory, up to 40% of the population is Muslim. There are large Turkish and Arabic-speaking communities. They used to vote Labor, but now that's shifting.
If you asked me that question 15 years ago, I would have said Labor. And 10 years ago, Labor, 5 years ago, but now I think those days are gone.
Labor's facing a bigger than average swing against it in Western Sydney, where there are significant Muslim populations.
The bounce in that is probably Muslim. My belief is that the Muslim vote will be crucial in 7 seats in Western Sydney. And the move would be very much towards the Liberal Party amongst that voting, those voters.
Both Labor and Liberal politicians have been reaching out to Islamic communities. At Lakemba Mosque at the end of Ramadan, Joe Hockey spoke about his Palestinian heritage.
If there is a change of government on the 7th of September, it will be the very first time in Australian history that someone of Arab heritage has taken a leadership position in Australia. And that is a significant event.
Labor ministers, including Bob Carr, were at the same event. While at the start of the campaign, Tony Abbott proclaimed his support for multiculturalism at an iftar dinner in Western Sydney.
I am the sworn enemy of anyone who seeks to divide Australian from Australian.
The major parties are actively courting the Muslim vote. The Muslim vote can tip the balance in many, many seats.
Kaiser Trad says Tony Abbott's opposition to gay marriage appeals to many Muslims. But there are concerns about his recent comments describing burqas as confronting and coalition preference deals with the anti-Muslim Rise Up Australia party.
He has to show us that he will not return us to the Howard days. I don't believe that the coalition or the Liberal Party have done enough to win the support of all Muslims.
Kaiser Trad says Muslims fear a return to what he calls Islamophobia.